Hey guys, it's October the 7th today, it's Strutter. As you can see, I have the Timberwolf, the Grizzly Bear, and the Cougar laid out here. The Cougars are finally in stock. I know a lot of websites have been pre-selling them for the past month or more, but no one actually has these in, except now they do. Well, hopefully they do. I do, and I know other dealers in Vancouver are starting to get them in. So if you're looking for one of these, hit up my website. I'll put the link down below, CanadianSilverBullion.com. If you're looking for more than one, I know some people have contacted me about tubes of these things. Go ahead and drop me an email or catch me on Pal Talk or whatever, and we'll set something up. And like I said, if you want more than one, email me and we can do it that way. But if you just want one, the website's ready to go. And as you know, these things are worth, well, $15, $20, $10, $1 over the price of a maple. When they come out, the Mint offers them for the same price or slightly above what they offer maples for. And over time, as they sell out, and they always do, the price goes way up. So if you're looking to get one just for your collection, go ahead and do it now. It's not really ever going to get cheaper unless silver goes down. But you know, even these things, people who were buying them for, let's see, what was I buying them for? About $19 a piece when they came out. And these are about 60 bucks on eBay, I think, now. So even with the price drop that we've had recently from 40 bucks down to 30, what, 31.50 now? These really, it's hard to go wrong with those ones. As they only make a certain number of these. I think it's 1 million minted each year. And then they'll never make these again. And they're quite popular. I don't know what the next 3 are going to be. I'm hoping for a salmon. That's a Canadian animal. It is a salmon. I mean, it's as Canadian as bears, wolves, and cougars, but I guess a salmon's not dangerous unless you're a little aquatic organism or something. But anyhow, these are in stock. Check it out. And oh, I was going to show you. Picked up some more of those sheets of maples. I thought those were kind of cool. These ones happen to be from 1989. That's the second year they made maples. So they usually come in sheets of 10. Actually, I'll show you. They originally came in these boxes, and I got my hands on one of these boxes recently. I don't think they ship them in these anymore, but what they used to do is they used to ship them in sheets of 10, laid out like that. And so I'll show you the top there. The bottom's kind of funny. The bottom says 38531 silver bar. So I don't know if this box at some point held a giant silver bar or if I'm just reading into things. But I was told that this was for holding 10 of these maples, and then they would stack sheets of them on top of each other and ship it out that way. I don't know why that's making me excited. Anyway. The video ends here unless you're interested in seeing how I store tomato seeds for the coming year. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Check out my stack of chocolate. Now, this is how I personally store tomato seeds for the coming year. As you know, the tomatoes come surrounded kind of in a gel around the seed, so that has to be removed before you can store it, obviously. Now, if you cut that open, you can see that that's where all the tomatoes are in there, right? So there's only really 2 steps to storing these seeds. 1 is getting the gel off the seed, and 2 is drying it out. It's really that simple. That's all you have to do. And then you can, well, then there's, I guess the 3rd step is store it somewhere that's dry and cool and not in direct sunlight, which is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, just get a spoon and scoop those out. I guess I could have done this before I started the camera rolling, but there we go. Something like that. Just get creative. I mean, you can figure out how to get your seeds out yourself. I'm not really sure where they are in this one. They're there. So they're in kind of a gel, right? You want to collect that, and then you want to put it in a container. I'll use this one here. Fill it up with water. You don't need too much water, just some. And once you've collected all your seeds, scoop them in there in the gel. I'm not going to do it all right now, but I'll just, as an example, that's what you're going to want to do. And then this stuff, the gel and the seeds are going to sit in here, and you're going to put it, I don't know where, just throw it in your kitchen, on your kitchen counter, shove it to the back and leave it there for a few days. And what will happen is this sort of slurry here will film over with mold as the tomatoes start to decompose and ferment the tomato gel and the seeds. And that's good, that's what you want. Because after a few days, you have to be careful not to leave them in there too long. If you leave them in there too long, then they can start to actually sprout, and you don't want them sprouting. You just want to rot off that gel. That's really the only way to get the gel off. And once that stuff is rotted off, it's usually, I'd say 3 to I don't know, 8 days. It could take longer depending where you are and the temperature and that kind of stuff. But once the gel's rotted off, just rinse it out. Grab one of your sieve or something, and just put that over your sink. Pour your stuff in there, and it will catch all your seeds. And then you can just dig out all the little leftover bits of rotting gel and little bits of tomato and whatever is left in there, and get that out. And then you'll be left with nothing but a bunch of wet seeds, and they'll look nice and clean. And all you got to do then is dry them out. Throw them on some paper towel, newspaper, or even just on a plate or something, and leave them out somewhere where they have airflow, and they'll be dried in a couple of days. Make sure they're nice and bone dry. Don't put them away until they're nice and bone dry, otherwise, well, moisture rots things, obviously. So, once they're dry, put them in a jar, or put them in maybe plastic baggies or something, and then you can store those seeds somewhere cool and dry and out of sunlight. A freezer is a good spot to store them. I think you can store the tomato seeds for at least a couple of years in there. And certainly at least until the next year when you're going to be planting them. So that's about really all there is to it. I'll do a further video once I've collected all the seeds from the tomatoes I've harvested this year. Remember, you can only do this with heirloom seeds. This isn't the Monsanto type of seed you can really do this with. It has to be heirloom tomato seeds. And just keep on collecting those seeds and gather them up and use them again next year. And that's what this is all about. Learning how to be sustainable. Learning how to take the tomato, which is a natural plant. It's not just a food, it's a plant. And we eat just one specific part of the plant, and that is the fruit that comes after the flower. And it's about learning to understand that whole cycle and how to go from seed to seedling to plant to flower to fruit and then back to seed again. And once you've done this, then you've truly grown tomatoes from start to finish. And when you plant them again the next year in the ground that you've filled with compost from your own kitchen scraps, and those seeds come back out again, and you see that green on those plants next year, that's a very rewarding experience. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something, and talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.
I'm sexy and I know it.